I'm Michelle and welcome to my art journey. Now if you joined me for my intro video last time, I did mention that I was going to do a little video on the first thing that I'm working on in my art journey and trying, which is gouache. And I did buy this book called Get Started with Gouache by Emma Block. You can see that. Cute little book. I love it a lot. It's a nice little size. It's got lots of great color, some color theory. Let's see. And then there's a whole bunch of great tutorials. And it goes step by step. You can see. Give you a little heads up on that. There's lots of fun things to try in it. So yeah, I will show you what it is that I've been doing in it. All I'm using is what I had, which was these HIMI, upside down, these HIMI jelly gouache, which was, you know, fun, inexpensive, and very popular. If you haven't seen them, that's what they look like. Of course, they're all hard as a rock now because the thing I don't like about these is they're nice and jelly when you get them, but as soon as you peel the lid off and the air gets in them, even if the lid's on, they're just hard again. So what you need to do is when you want to go and use them, you can spray them all like that. Just give it like really, really good spray with a spray bottle of water, and then have your water near you. And then basically just reconstitute it and make it like, it's like a watercolor or gouache, depending how much water, how little water you put in it. But they were fun to use, but I don't feel like the quality is that great. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying all this stuff, so I don't know really the difference between using this and maybe high-end gouache from a tube or in a palette or something. But this is what I started with. And I had pretty good results. And if you want, I can show you. I'll go through my little book, through my sketchbook that I used. I used this Arteza premium watercolor book. It is a 9x12 and it's 140 pounds. So it's really good for anything with water. You can do acrylic in it. You can do watercolor in it. I'm going to see if I can angle this better and then I can go through my book as I show you. I don't have one of the overhead cameras, unfortunately, so we're going to have to get creative with some angles. So one sec. Okay, I'll just go through the beginning so you can see what's in this book. I'm not sponsored by this or anything. I just want to let you guys know what it was that I was using to get started. And so I thought I would just go through it so then basically you know what it was that I was doing. Okay, so as you can see, there's lots of fun little tutorials that you can do in this book. And gouache is a fantastic medium that has been under the radar for too long. What is it? How do you use it? How do you pronounce it? Like, there's a lot of really fun information here. So she's like, it's pronounced either gouache or gouache. So however you want to say it. I say gouache. That's how I say it. You can say it differently, and that's okay. We can all say it however we want, okay? No arguments. So she gives a little history, the materials, what kind of paint and other things that you might need, what kind of brushes that they suggest. Go through the kinds of brushes. If you're a complete newbie to art, she'll explain even like round, square, angled, and filbert brushes. She'll explain paper, pencils, palettes, you know, and she does a lot of the fun illustrations with it, so that's cool. A little bit about your workspace. She goes over color theory, so if you're not sure about color theory and you got your primaries, your secondaries, and your tertiary colors, what's complementary and all that, you can learn a little bit about that. There's also lots of videos on YouTube online about color theory if you want to get more in depth with it. And I'm not going to really talk about it here, but She also talks about different things like the contrast, temperature, tone, saturation, and hue of colors. Again, lots of videos online if you're not sure about anything to do with color. How to explain all these things. That's a whole class in itself, I think. But it's good to know the basics. And then these are the colors she recommends having in your set to get started with. How to mix colors, which is pretty cool. And if you want, she tells you how to do a color chart, so you can do a color chart with the colors that you do have, and so you know what colors that your specific colors will make, because they're all going to be different depending which blue, red, and yellow that you're starting with. Or if you're using secondary colors to start with, then you're going to get the colors can really vary depending how warm or cool toned your primary colors are, if you're not using like a pure color. But anyways, color theory is a whole nother ball game and something that I'm really interested in right now. So maybe we'll do a video on that down the road. Anyways, talks about the water, layering in your brush strokes, and how opaque or translucent you can make the gouache paints, which is what makes them so popular and interesting. So they can be very opaque and you can cover over and have solid colors, or the more water you add, the more like a watercolor it is, and then you will see through it over if there's any layers underneath. So that's kind of the joy of gouache, is that it is a little bit multitasking as a medium, and you can do lots of stuff with it, which is why I wanted to start with gouache, because I'd never used it before. So there's some basic techniques she'll go over, so I'll show you. This was my version of this exercise. So you can see that's what I did. And then the next one, so they give you step by step. What do you start with? What's the next step? The next layer? Then there's my ice cream cone tutorial, real life. That was I was just practicing with, but it was fun. I like doing ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream? So again, they give you the whole thing. Then you've got one of the Dalla horses, which I did. Oh, this is just me making notes. Oh, here I did a little page before I went on to the next one. I was just trying out what was it like to paint with gouache and some techniques. So I was trying like some shading and dark over light and then white over colors, because with gouache, unlike watercolor, you can add white highlights on top and it actually shows. Did a cute heart. I tried some trees on a pink sunset. I was trying the water technique here. I was trying some layering. So just kind of fooling around with the materials and seeing how it worked. Though this was just a fun little sketch, I thought I would try it, which I laid down the color first and then I used my fine liner just to make details, because I like drawing. I like creating art like that. So, I mean, I guess that's not bad for not doing art for 30 years. So, I'm not super happy with this face, but I think it's not bad for just getting started again. So don't judge my faces. This is a no judge zone, by the way. So there you can see there's my version of this guy here. That was fun. So you're learning how to use different colors. Is that plant in here, or did I just draw that plant? Yeah, oh, there's the plant. Hers looks a little more like chalky and dry brush, whereas mine's a little wetter and cartoony looking, and I did more detail in the shading, where hers looks a little more like drawn and chalky, and then I went more with opaque color in there. Actually, I think, oh, this one she used pencil crayon on top, and I just used paint. And that was the difference in that one. But like I said, it's all about experimenting, so you do whatever makes sense to you. So that was the tutorial for that one. Then there was this white anemone. on the next page. Oh, I did a little coffee cup too, because why not? Here's my anemone. So that's their version. That's what I came up with. You can see like just trying out some techniques. This is actually taken from one of the next, oh, I do have the black one that I did. Oh, here's the black one. So painting on black is pretty cool. You can see that. I think it's quite striking to do the gouache on black paint. Unlike watercolor, you wouldn't see it very much. So with the gouache, it sits on top and it's opaque. So the colors just pop on the black background, which I loved. Loved that. So I'm going to definitely experiment more with gouache on black. This is the only one I've done on black, but that was a really fun thing to do. I just think that one turned out really cute. Right? It's just me. I love it. Anyways, that's the one on black paper. You can do so much with gouache. I think that's why it's such a fun, like a fun medium. So that was that one. Again, step by step. So now we're getting into flowers and plants. So this was one, the next one, which was simple flowers, and I had just like done some of them down here instead and tried out a few techniques. They're not all the same as these. Some of them are similar, but I think I was just playing around and doing my own thing, but based on this tutorial. So, oh, here I think I was just trying out kind of washes or how thin and thick the paint would get when you added water to it. So I was kind of just practicing washes and tones with a single color to see like the variations that you could get. So that was just kind of a study in that. And then this one, I'll have to turn it. Let's see, which is the next one? I haven't done this whole book. I'm just showing you what I've done so far. So here's the next one. You can see there's my version of it. Wildflowers, and then there's this, I think it's a Calathea plant because I have one of these at home. It looks like a pineapple, but it's not a pineapple. It's this. It's this plant in a planter. And hers looks more like a plant. And mine, I feel like mine looks like a pineapple, but also like a plant. It's not too bad. It's still cute. What do we have next? Oh, now we have to go back this way again. Okay. And then, yeah. Cacti Against a Pink Wall is the name of this one. And there's mine. It's pretty cute. Like, you can make some really fun illustrations with this gouache. It's lots of fun. So there's my cactus. And then we go this way again. So, as you can see, the next one up was Llama and Lemon. There's lemons. So there's hers. There's mine. Not too shabby. I actually really like doing this because I liked getting, it looks like I got a bit of texture in there, so you can like get some texture in there, and then on top, like, I don't know, it was fun to do all the different shades and colors and the layers in that one, so that was fun to do. I don't even know if you could see that, but kind of, sorta. And then look at this cutie next to it. I think he looks like a little bit of a dog, but he's a llama, as you can tell. Let me find, oh, I skipped one. The next one was, sorry guys, my filming is, you know, I'm working on it. That was the next one, but I skipped ahead. I think, you know why? Because I had a space left here, so let me find this guy. It's up ahead. Oh, here he is. Because I had the spot in my empty, I went back and filled it in. That's why he's there. It's not in order, But that's this guy, the little, oh sorry, alpaca. I called him a llama, but he's an alpaca. My bad. Sorry, alpaca, you're not a llama. That's him. He turned out really cute too, even though he looks a little bit like a sheepdog with a pointy nose. But the colors were fun and the little bit of fur was fun. So that was a cool one too. I enjoyed that. Who's next? Oh, here it is. This was the... That was the carrots that were next. Because we got into food here. So this was a tutorial. How fun is that? Gotta love doing some vegetables. I really love how the radish turned out with the little bit of a wash in there and the kind of ombre look we had from white into pink. That was lots of fun. The beet turned out really cute. I like to do the vegetables. I would make more vegetables for sure. That was super fun. Oh, the next one I did, I think I skipped ahead of it. I didn't feel like doing the next few, which was cake and jam and croissant. Sometimes I get, sometimes I don't have any patience and I just will skip ahead and do the next one. Oh look, there's some cute birds. I just went ahead to the people part because I wanted to try some people. So I was learning about skin tones. She tells you how to mix the skin tones, like what colors to start with, how to get all the different shades, which I think is really important because there's so many different shades of skin, as we know, and a lot have a yellow undertone, some have a pink undertone, some, you know, some are warmer, some are bluer. So she really explains how to mix the different skin tones. Basically just using those 4 colors, which was kind of cool. So then I was trying to do people. Her people are really cute. Look how cute they are. But my paint didn't really seem to be as good. So I was trying to make mix different skin tones up here. And it's harder than you think. And then I was trying to do the faces. And these are all just quick studies. I honestly wasn't taking my time, but I didn't have, I guess, the best paintbrush maybe, or maybe my paint wasn't the right consistency. So a lot of it's just really blobby and not fine detail. They're still, I mean, they're fun. They're kind of cute. I mean, she's a cutie. This guy's not bad. I mean, I love her. She has a nice personality. I mean, they're all cute in their own way. They're just not the best. I was trying to practice some lips down there because I pretty much botched all of those. But this is all a learning experience, guys. Like, nothing's perfect. So this is how you learn. You got to just trial and error. Look, I was even trying eyebrows. Because I don't know. I gave this poor girl some huge caterpillars. Sorry, honey. We need to take care of that. But I was practicing eyebrows, practicing lips, making skin tones. But this is how you figure it out, is by learning. So... oh, look, this is something I did on Procreate, actually, that I printed out. Before I go on, that was the last tutorial I had done in this book so far. I want to try that one because she's really cute. But there's still a lot more fun stuff to do in here. That chair was cute, and so are these cups. Places. I like this one. Where'd it go? That's cute. Look how cute. Anyway, this is a book I'll continue to do some more things on. That's really cute. I want to try that building. That's adorable. I want to, yeah, finish some more in that book. That's all I've done so far. So I recommend if anyone wants to grab this book. I think I got it at Indigo, which is a Canadian bookstore, but I'm sure you can get it in the States too, and you can maybe even get it on Amazon. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. I don't get any money for this. I'm just telling you what it is that I'm doing right now, and that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to do another video on Procreate and what I'm doing digitally for artwork. But this was something I made for my friend for her birthday, and that's her dog Axel. And Procreate is amazing because this looks like it's painted, like with a paintbrush. Can you see that? But it's all done with Procreate, like digital brushes and like many, many layers. Look at this cute little face. But yeah, that's something that I made in Procreate, and then I printed it out and I framed it for her, and it turned out really cute, I thought. But I don't want to get into doing pet portraits for people. It took me a long time. I think that took me like a whole day to work on it, but I enjoyed the process and just the learning and the practicing, and getting back into it again was the most enjoyable part. So oh, that was a watercolor that I just tried. We went to Charleston. I took my mom down for a little road trip down to Charleston, South Carolina. We stopped in Asheville first, and then this was just a quick little study from a photo I took of one of the houses in Charleston, and it was just, I was just using really cheap watercolor that I had, like super cheap. I'm gonna grab them. Because use what you have first, right? Use the materials that you have, and don't spend a lot. Although I know I'm gonna end up spending a lot, but these were just the cheapy, I don't know, like Walmart special watercolors that I have. Like, but that's what I used to do this with, because I just wanted to practice and I just wanted to see. So I did a quick little sketch, and I just put down some color, and then I went in with my fine liner afterwards, and I just did some detail on it, and I thought it was just fun, just a good exercise to get back into drawing again and creating. And that's really most of these exercises is you know, just jumping in and trying it and getting messy and getting creative and maybe making bad art. But I mean, it didn't turn out bad. I was pretty pleased for, you know, just trying something out. And yeah, you don't have to be too professional. I'll go through the rest of these another time because I've been trying some acrylic and stuff, but today I just wanted to do a quick video on the gouache book and how I'm doing that. And so yeah, that's a little bit about what I started with the gouache. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time for something fun.